Hi, hello everyone. How is it going? My name is Shilpa and this is Chevy. We are the co-founders of Flyte. Today we want to talk about how conversational AI is helping sales leaders close more deals. But before we go into the details of how conversational AI is helping, we would love to show you how Flyte works and would love to tell you a story. So there's a brilliant salesperson, let's say his name is Mark. He used to work as an average salesperson in a team, and he used to, every day work towards getting better. He used to look at the calls, he used to look and analyze what's happening in each client conversation that's making things even better. So over time, he was improving himself and was able to achieve more, increase his conversion rates. Chevy, let me ask you a question. So what do you think could be the reasons a salesperson can improve over time and be able to increase the conversion rates?
Great question, Shubha. So all salespeople in the world have always been wondering, so what do I do to get to the next deal? How do I beat everyone else that's on the team? How do I get up on the leaderboard? And Mark, our hypothetical sales leader here, he ended up implementing a lot of self-improvement strategies. He ended up looking at his conversations from sales conversations that he was having with the clients, and he would go back, listen to those, and try to figure out what was the client asking me again and again. How did I handle all those objections? What was the key thing that I could have said here that would have made this deal go from this level to the next level? So Mark, our hypothetical salesperson, was trying to make sure that he was constantly improving and constantly listening to what the clients and the prospects were telling him during his sales conversations. That was the key to his success.
Very cool. So that was what's happening. Over time, when his performance was improving, of course, his managers were noticing that. He got promoted. He became a sales leader. And now he had a charter to train his sales reps and make them that kind of performance that he was giving when he was the sales representative. So as a sales leader, sometimes he struggled. Maybe it was a bandwidth issue or it was something else. But when he was trying to train his sales representatives, it wasn't working. Maybe it's 20 people, 30 people, and he was thinking, probably I will attend every call and try to train everyone. Do you think there's something there that could be intelligently done as a sales leader?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what everyone else struggles with, right? So you're a sales rep, you do fantastic, you get promoted, you become an AE, you do fantastic, you get promoted, you become a sales leader, you have sales reps working for you. And what you think you're going to do, you're going to start implementing your learnings and you're going to try and see if your team, your sales rep do exactly what you were doing. But to our surprise, many times, as sales leaders, we are not able to impart the same discipline and the same knowledge that we've learned when we were a rep. So even though Mark, during his heydays, was listening to all sales calls, Mark cannot realistically listen to all the sales calls that his team is having with clients. Those are hundreds of calls across hundreds of clients. There is no way Mark could have understood all of that by himself. So even though he knew the key to success, it was just not scalable when he was a sales leader, and that's what all sales leaders struggle with.
That's correct, and that's where Flyte comes in. So it's an intelligent tool that sales leaders usually miss when they try to do everything manually and try to train their sales reps. Let's talk about conversational AI. So it's able to give you customer sentiment. It's able to give you insights that helps train your sales reps. It also gives you many insights about deals, how your deal flow is going, what's happening in each deal, and where are the risks. Let's go into conversational AI. What do you think? Some of the nuggets can you share where sales can leverage these conversational AI and improve their team?
Absolutely. So it's hard to get started, but I'll just start with the very basic things. So suppose you're a sales leader, you start implementing AI, you start recording your sales conversation, and start understanding what are my clients saying, what are my reps saying, and what do I do with it. A tool like Flyte can start flagging things for you as a salesperson to look at. So we'll capture if there's a discussion on pricing. We'll capture if there's an objection. We will capture if the sentiment goes up when you mention pricing and your features. We will capture the engagement and the curiosity that the rep is showing during your sales conversation. So is your rep asking the right set of questions? Is your client responding or not? That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's like a ton of information that Flyte is able to capture just from that one single conversation that a sales rep is having with one client. Now imagine doing that across hundreds of thousands of calls happening every day, and then being able to aggregate all of that and then tell you overall, A, how are my reps doing? Is there something I can impart from my best performing rep to my least performing rep so they can all elevate each other's performance rep side? You can always try and see, what are my clients asking for? Are they mentioning some competitors very repeatedly? Are they asking the same set of questions? Do they all seem to request the same kind of features? All those trends, all those patterns starts to emerge if you start implementing a tool like this across a sales organization, across all your sales calls.
Fantastic. So there are 3 benefits, as Shavi mentioned. First, you are able to train your reps. You are able to understand how the communication is going between a rep as well as within the clients. Second thing, understanding competitive landscape and product landscape. So when you understand how the customer sentiment going across each conversation, you are able to understand which part of their product, which part of your offerings customer is actually interested in. And the third part, where sales leaders are very passionate about, is to be able to hit their quota, is to be able to hit their revenue target. So Flyte is able to give you the highlights, where the deal flow is going and where are the risks. It's not just about the sales leaders and sales teams. It proliferates across frontline teams. So if you talk about marketing teams, if they are looking for competitive insights and they want to see what are the main targets, where are the customers actually looking for, they can see these insights and design their targets. If you talk about product teams, they align their product roadmaps. Every day they are working on product and looking at the priorities without knowing what customer is looking for. These insights are helpful to help them understand, align their roadmap in line with what happens at customer side, what customer is looking for. So it is applicable not just in sales context, it's applicable in marketing as well as in product teams. That's what Flyte does. It empowers frontline teams to be able to more align with each other without working in silos. And we would love to work with a lot of sales leaders who are willing to transform their sales tech stack and want to improve their sales team's performance. Please visit our booth. We are at 708. We'd love to answer any question. But if there's a pressing question, we'd love to answer.
All right. Do we have any quick questions from the audience?